Okay, so have you ever stopped to think, really think, about what happens to your cryptocurrency after you're, well, gone?
It sounds a bit dark, maybe, but yeah, it's actually a super important question now.
It is, right?
Yeah,
Because more and more people own these digital assets, but this side of it, the what happens next, often gets missed.
totally. We focus on the buying, the trading, the tech, but crypto's nature, decentralized, private keys,
Mm-hmm.
it makes inheritance kind of tricky.
Exactly. So that's what we're diving into today, crypto inheritance. We're looking at this article, Crypto After Death. What happens to your crypto when you die?
Good one. It really gets into how crypto gives you freedom, sure, but also this big responsibility for planning.
Yeah, and the main thing is how different it is from, say, a bank account.
Oh, completely. Banks,
Yeah.
brokers, they have systems, legal ways to transfer things, but crypto in your own wallet with keys only you know.
If you haven't planned for someone else to get that info.
It could just vanish,
Yeah.
become inaccessible forever, like a digital black hole.
You can't just call customer support for your forgotten seed phrase, can you?
No, definitely not. And that's why this whole crypto inheritance thing is becoming a bigger deal. We're not just talking small amounts anymore for a lot of people.
Right. And the scale is kind of staggering. The article brought up that Chainalysis study.
Uh-huh. The one estimating, what was it? Over $140 billion in Bitcoin potentially just lost.
Yeah. Because the owners passed away without leaving the access details, like literally taking digital fortunes to the grave.
It's incredible, isn't it? A huge unintended consequence of self-custody.
The article shared some, well, the word they used was creepy, but also kind of smart attempts people have made.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Like, one guy apparently tattooed part of his seed phrase
Well,
and gave the other part to his wife. Talk about commitment.
dedication. And probably a bit painful. It shows the lengths people are thinking, though. What else?
Another one was someone who recorded a video explaining how to access everything and then scheduled it to email his son only after he'd passed.
Wow. Using tech to solve a tech problem. But these aren't exactly standard estate planning methods, are they?
Not at all. And that's the next point. Traditional planning often just falls short here.
Yeah, the article mentions that. Most wills, most lawyers, they're not really set up for crypto yet. They might not even know what a seed phrase is.
Exactly. You could leave someone a hardware wallet in your will.
But without the PI and without the seed phrase, it's basically a paperweight. Inheriting the device isn't inheriting the coins.
So there's this gap. The legal world is still catching up to decentralized assets.
Definitely. And many advisors just aren't familiar with private keys, blockchains, the whole setup.
Okay, so it's a problem. But surely there are solutions. What did the article suggest?
Yeah, there are options emerging. One big one is pretty straightforward, but needs care. Securely documenting your keys, your passwords, everything.
And sharing it.
And sharing it or instructions on how to find it with
Yeah.
someone you really trust. And ideally someone who, gets crypto.
That requires a huge amount of trust, though. And keeping that info secure is another challenge. What else?
There's this thing called a dead man switch service. It's kind of like, well, it watches your digital activity.
Watches it.
Like, it might require you to log in periodically. If you stop logging in for a set amount of time, it assumes something's happened.
Okay.
And it automatically sends prearranged information, maybe your wallet access details, to your designated heir.
Huh. That's clever. An automated approach. Was there a third option mentioned?
Yes, using specialized services. Crypto-friendly estate planning is becoming a thing.
Ah, so professionals who actually understand this stuff.
Exactly. People who know digital assets and can help build a proper plan that covers crypto specifically, that feels growing.
Okay, so the takeaway really is don't just buy an HODL. You've got a plan, too.
That's the core message, yeah.
Yeah.
Think beyond the accumulation phase. What happens after?
So circling back to that first question, ask yourself again, what does happen to your crypto when you die?
And maybe even more critically, will anyone actually know how to find it or access it?
It really underscores that personal responsibility aspect of DeFi, doesn't it?
It does. The assets might still exist on the blockchain,